And welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for fantasy Premier League content for the 2022-23 season. My name is Dan, and I'm coming live at you from a hotel room in London, where the lighting apparently is terrible, the worst lighting in the world. But hopefully, I've got my microphone here. Hopefully, you can still kind of see me. Hopefully, we can still do a deadline stream. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've not got my best. This is not going to be my best work. It's not going to be my best work. Hopefully, you guys are doing okay. Very excited to see you today. It's almost deadline time. We've got an hour to go. Are you guys excited? Are you guys nervous? Are you guys locked in? That's what I want to know. I am not locked in. In fact, I'll tell you the truth right now, guys. This team is not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. But by the time we hit deadline, I can tell you that for sure. Yeah, fresh new trim. I would pull the curtains, but we've got blinds, and the blinds are kind of partial blinds. It's bad lighting. I do apologise, but I thought it'd be better to do something than nothing. And also, we obviously did do a stream earlier as well. Maybe if I angle myself right, can we escape the light? Can I escape the light? No, I can't. You're just going to have to just deal with this heavenly glow from behind me. I hope that's all right. No worries, no worries. We've got a super chat already, so we may as well have a little read of that. That's from the heroic Doses, who says Walker or Perisic have Neto to cover Perisic. Oh man, turn around and put the window in front. Yeah, I could, but then the lights would be on the wrong side of me, so it wouldn't help. I've tried it. I've been messing around with things. Walker or Perisic? I'm not really fully convinced by either of those picks, to be honest. I'm much to Walker in that Oh, the pair is crazy. In that 5 million bracket, I do prefer well, I mean, I've spoken about it enough already today, but Perisic and I need to sort this bloody hair out. Perisic and not Perisic. Trippier, Cash. Trippier, Cash are the players I like the most of that 5 million bracket. So, out of Walker or Perisic, I would choose neither and go for a slightly different one. It's not my hair; it's a shadow, right? I thought this was my hair going across here, but it's a shadow. I apologise. What else have we got here? We've got another super chat from Nikhail, who says, hi friendo. Why is no one talking about Rodrigo? He had a banging pre-season for Leeds. Also tried to sign up for Fantasy Football Hub, but site's sending me on a loop. That's a bit weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe just try and, I don't know, maybe try and contact support at Hub. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to help you out with signing up. So, yeah. Why is no one talking about Rodrigo? Yes, he did. He scored 5 goals in pre-season. He scored 3 goals in his last pre-season game as well. So, yeah, pretty banging from Rodrigo, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I think, to be fair, a few people are talking about Rodrigo. We've spoken about him a little bit on here. And I can't lie to you. Some of my drafts contain Rodrigo. And this draft that you see in front of you guys is not my final draft. It's not my final draft. Yeah, basically, I've spoken with a lot of people, and basically the consensus is that I just should not reveal my final team, not reveal my actual team until after deadline, which I kind of understand. I think the problem is a lot of people are the idea is a lot of people are apparently in money leagues, like leagues where you have to pay money or, pay money to enter, and then there's a prize for the winner. And people are entering into these money leagues and then just copying, FPL creators teams, which is, I don't know. It's a bit dodgy, mate. It's a bit dodgy. So, yeah, I'm happy to help you guys and advise you the best as I can, but I cannot, unfortunately, show you my final team, but I'm sure you guys will be able to live with that. And if you can't live with that, then you're probably here for the wrong reasons. And yeah, see you later. All right, Lucas, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. Same with FPL Maverick there. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting the channel. I do appreciate that. We've got one more member as well somewhere if I can find it, and that is Mark Haslam. Showing off his membership for 10 months. Wow, thank you, Mr. President. There you go, you're a member as well there. That's wicked. Thank you so much. KND with a super chat says Kulu Gameweek 1, Mahrez Gameweek 2, Saka Gameweek 3. And beyond. Thoughts? All right, I'll be honest, KND. I'm going to be honest with you. If you are if you are planning that particular transfer pattern, I have to be completely honest with you. It ain't going to happen. You will tell me now. This is the transfer route I'm going to take. I'm going to transfer to this player, to this player, to this player. When it actually comes to it, when push comes to shove, then there's probably going to be a change in there. You're probably going to change something. There'll be a player that emerges, a player that you didn't know was going to do really well, and you'll suddenly want to jump to them. So unless you're taking -4s and stuff, I would try my best to pick a team that you're happy with for 5 game weeks without having to use transfers, without having to book transfers in, and then after that you can kind of react depending on who's on form, who's looking good, and stuff like that. So yeah, in general, I'm not a plan on planning specific transfers. I'm a big fan of planning, price points. So, for example, you can say, right, I have Saka game week 1, but I've got Saka, and I might move him onto a different player depending on who performs. I like Saka because there's several 8 million players that I like. But to say specifically, for example, I have Saka now because I'm going to transfer him to Mount, I think is a little bit short-sighted. But to say I've got Saka, I might transfer him to Mount or Kulusevski or Bowen or any player in that kind of price bracket, Sancho when he's available and fit, that to me makes a little bit more sense. Luke here says, hey Dan, need your help Sterling, Nunez and Trippier or Mount, Kane and Justin. Can I set... How many, it depends how many premiums you've got. If you've already got 2 premiums, then I don't think you need Kane, and I'd rather go for option A. But if you've only got 1 premium, you've only got Salah, for example, then Mount, Kane, and a 4.5 million defender looks good. James Justin is not for me, though. I personally will not be touching James Justin. My favourite 4.5 million defenders include the likes of Lewis Dunk. I like Lewis Dunk at Brighton. I like Johnny quite a lot at Wolves. And I like Dalot at Manchester United. But I wouldn't be going for James Justin at 4.5 million. And trust me, guys, not many people are going for 4.5 million. So if you're going to go for a 4.5 million defender, I feel like you've got to get it right. So, there we go. There we go. Mikhail is coming back with Undav/Perisic or Wilson/Janssen. Got 1.5 in the bank. I'm not really convinced by either of those combinations. Is one of these players going to be benched for you? Because if not, you seem to be scrimping a little bit. In fact, I would maybe go Janssen and Tony. Janssen I quite like as a 4.5 million defender, to be fair. Janssen and Tony I would prefer to Wilson. I mean, I like Wilson's game week 1. Let's have a look, guys. So, yeah, in game week 1, Newcastle do have a very good fixture, obviously, against Nottingham Forest at home. It's nice. But I don't like Brighton away. I don't like Man City. I don't like Wolves away. I don't like Liverpool away. I don't even like Crystal Palace at home. And I don't like West Ham away either. If you're a forward and you're playing against some of these teams, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be tricky. But we know that Wilson is a very good player. So, maybe you could go for him. But, yeah, I think Wilson, if you have to play both of these players, I'd say Wilson and the 4.5 million defender if you have to play both. But if you're going to bench one anyway, then, may as well scrimp a little bit, right? So, yeah, hopefully that helps out a little bit there. So, next super chat is from Mikey Slices. Danny Boy, the pipes. Good luck, tough guy. Thanks for the content. Come on, you Irons. Well, yeah, come on, you Irons indeed. Maybe not against Man City in game week 1, but after that, yeah, fair enough. Crack on. I'll be keeping a close eye on Jared Bowen as I always do. Big fan of him. And yeah, the beer mug emojis. I mean, Mikey, I suppose you've just sent me a beer, so I appreciate that, my friend. As soon as I'm done with the stream, I'm going on the beers at Fantasy Football Fest. So yeah, we'll enjoy it. We'll enjoy it, mate. Cheers. Mad Men at Work says, if you had no option and had to, then who would you bench? Martinelli, Perisic, Neto, or Bailey? Jesus Christ. I mean, I guess I'll go over what I was kind of saying in the stream we did this morning, and that is, if you have these players, if you've got players like Martinelli, Perisic, and, Neto and Bailey, these, all 4 of these players have great fixtures in game week 1. If you're benching them now, when are you going to ever play them? There's no point in having the 4th one. So what I would advise to you is whoever you decide to bench, and out of those, you'd either bench Perisic because you don't think he's going to play, or you bench Bailey. Well, no, to be fair, I'd probably bench Neto over Bailey. So but Neto's better for the slightly long term. So basically what I'm saying is decide out of those 4 players, which 3 do you like the most over the next 4 or 5 game weeks, and then the one that you're going to bench this week, just put them on the, just sell them and get a minimum price cheap player in there, because if you're not going to play them now, you ain't never going to play them. And I'm sure I'll have to give that a little bit of advice a few times during this stream, which is fine. But yeah, we spoke about it loads this morning. if you have these players with great fixtures and you're not going to play them, even when they have great fixtures, then you're probably never going to play them. You may as well just not have them. Save the money, put the money in your bank, save it for a rainy day, and you'll be probably quite pleased you did it. Joshua says Bailey and James or Trippier and Martinelli. Ooh, that's a tough one. You know what? I kind of like Trippier and Martinelli, especially if you only have 1 or 0 or 1 Arsenal attackers already. Kind of like Trippier and Martinelli. So I would go with that. I'll go with that, my friend. Black and White 1865 with the £8.99 super chat. Thank you so much. More beer money for me. Thank you so much, dude. Good luck on the new season, Dan. Thank you. I'm going to need it. Am I too risky with the differentials here? Ramsdale, Trent, Robertson, Trippier, Walker, Salah, Saka, Bailey, Sancho, Kane and Jesus. No, I don't think, you know, in general, they're probably some of those players are probably considered like to be differential, but all of those, I'm sure most experienced players will be thinking about all of those players at least. You know, I don't know if any of you guys saw my 100 experts video I made a couple of days ago. Still time to check that out if you want. But all of those players that you've mentioned there have reasonably high ownership among FPL experts. So I don't think there's any real differentials. I don't think there's any risk there. I think you've absolutely nailed it. It looks like a good squad. You're locked. You're ready. You're ready to go for Game Week 1. Congratulations, my friend. Elliot says Robbo to Trippier and Neto to Mount over Diaz. No, I don't think so. No, I think if you're not going to go for Robbo, then you at least need to go for Diaz or Nunez. I do prefer Robbo. He's my favourite one. Andy Robertson, big money baller. And yeah, I think I would stick with what you've got and stick with Robbo and Neto. Harry to I never know how to say your name, Harry Bo. Zinchenko, Trippier or Walker for Perisic. Have Cancelo, cheers. It's kind of up to you. Out of those three, I probably like Trippier the most. Probably. Yeah. I like Trippier the most out of those three. So there you go. Gabriel Bond says, can you rank the 5 million defenders? I can try and rank the 5 million defenders, but I don't really know. Oh, FPL Maverick says, hi Dan, I'm an OG. You might know me as Kia or Wag. My first membership on YouTube is yours. Wow. Incredible. I'm good to see you with repping the actual FPL name. You're repping FPL in the username. That is class. In terms of 5 million defenders, let's order them by price. I don't know if I can rank them necessarily. I really like Matty Cash for Game Week 1. And to be fair, Game Week 2 and 3 are good for him as well. So Matty Cash looks good. I think he's probably got the highest potential in Game Week 1. After that, it's probably going to be Trippier for me. So Trippier's maybe my second favourite. But, you know, I think I like him a lot for Nottingham Forest, Brighton and Wolves. I really like these fixtures and I trust Newcastle's defence a lot more. I trust Newcastle's defence a lot more, particularly over the slightly longer term. So Kieran Trippier is more of a player you can stick with, you know, for a little bit longer. Even that Man City and Liverpool games, you know, if you've got a Nico Williams on your bench, maybe switch in Nico Williams for those 2 games, or a Patterson. If you've got Patterson, you can switch Patterson in for 3 and 5 if you fancy it. But even then, you know, I wouldn't be too surprised if Kieran Trippier could get a return in even though tough games. So yeah, Trippier, I like him for the long term. So it depends what you're after. Cash if you're looking for a, you know, like a short term thing. Trippier if you're looking for something slightly longer term. And there is Walker as well, who I think is okay, but Walker is a little bit boring for me. Like, I don't know how you feel about that, but Walker is a little bit boring for me. Doherty is a little bit mudded because I don't think he's going to play. So yeah, I would say top 3, Trippier for the long term, Cash for the short term, then Zinchenko actually, then Zinchenko, and then finally Walker. So those would be my top 4, Gabriel. I hope that does help you. Danish Daddy, what a name. He's shown me his team: Ward, Trent, Robbo, Doherty, Walker, Salah, Bailey, Neto, Jesus, Haaland, and Kane. Are we missing a player? I think we are missing... Oh, no, we're not missing a player because it's a 4-3-3. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like you could easily downgrade one of Haaland or Kane and then upgrade Doherty. I would not go with Doherty. I'm really kind of worried about Doherty's, like, minutes. Like, even if he does start, like, he's just going to be a rotation risk for a long time. So, yeah, I'm going to put this one out there. I don't like Doherty. I don't think he's going to start today. And even when he is fit and available... Well, I say today. I mean, I don't think he's going to start Game Week 1. And then after that, I think there's just, like... going to be so much rotation because you've got Doherty there, you've got Spence there, you've got Lucas Moura, who's been playing pre-season at right back all season, and then you've got Emerson Royale, who I actually think is going to start this weekend. There's just so many different right backs, and it's so difficult to say which one will be the nailed one. So there you go. Mr. President says thank you. Says been following you now for 2 seasons. Figured it was about time to become a member. What a guy. What a don. Walker or Grealish will determine 5-3-2 versus 4-4-2 for me. I think I go for Walker. I think I go for Walker out of Walker and Grealish. Walker seems a little bit safer, although, let's be honest, guys, nobody's safe when it comes to Man City, right, guys? Greg, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate that, my dude. I don't know if I've missed any other Super Chats. Apologies if I do miss any Super Chats today. I'm imagining there'll be quite a few that come in, but I'll try and get through as many as possible. Let's have a look here. So, Ithamox, is that how you say that? What do you think about KDB as a differential to Haaland? Nailed on starter and often operating as a second striker. Honestly, and you guys will probably hate me for saying this, I actually prefer De Bruyne to Haaland. We completely discredit and exclude team structure, I do actually genuinely prefer De Bruyne to Haaland, and I would be, if I could captain any player in the world, if I was on a free hit in Game Week 2, and by the way, I would never be on a free hit in Game Week 2, and had to captain one player in Game Week 2, it would be KDB, it would be De Bruyne, so that's who I would go for. Yeah, I like it. Our man says, help me out. Template versus differential. Edison, James, and Luis Diaz, or Raya, Trippier, and Sterling. I think I would go safe on that one. Edison, James, and Luis Diaz for me, my friend. Ramon says, Undav and Neto, or 4.5 million forward, and Martinelli. Assuming you're going to bench the 4.5 million forward, then I would go for Martinelli. That's who I'd go for. Nicole says, thinking of Rodrigo to spice it up, or Rashford to be safe. I mean, I've told you this before, guys. Rodrigo, I don't want to rule him out at all. I really like him as a pick. I actually really like him. I don't know how mudded I'll be after we find out how well he does, but I actually kind of like Rodrigo, kind of high key as well. So, yeah, I'm feeling Rodrigo. Rashford is, a little bit safer, but I don't think Rashford's a bad pick either. And I think Rashford is a bit differential. It's a little bit differential. Britain says it's Mrs. FPL Mate holding out for 5,000 likes before she returns. No, she is returning. Well, there just hasn't been time. I've just been going so crazy doing my regular content, and she's been a little bit too shy to join the streams. So we are going to do some more videos over the season. We're going to kind of constantly keep up with her team and see how she gets on. Mohammed says, use the money to go buy the Malaysia shirt. Yeah, mate, I appreciate that, Mohammed. I will be getting that Malaysian shirt. I absolutely love it. The yellow and that black one, absolutely class. You guys have got some top quality football shirts. The thing is, it is so expensive. It is actually so expensive. That's the one reason I haven't bought it yet. It's because it's I don't know, I think it's like 70 or 80 £80 to get it imported as well. Quite mad. FPL Insight says, any confirmation on Iverson versus Ward? It's still looking like Ward is going to be the preferred choice long term, but there are question marks over whether Ward is going to be fit for Game Week 1. So long term Ward, but maybe Game Week 1 Iverson. If I had to guess, I'd say Iverson starts Game Week 1 and Ward starts Game Week 2, which is probably not the answer you want to hear, but I mean, that's all I've got for you, I'm afraid, my friend. Yeah, we'll see, I guess. We'll see. And I think that's me caught up. I think that's me caught up with the super chats. No, it's definitely not. Apparently not. Okay, Alex says, thoughts on my team: Pope, Trent, Robertson, Trippier, Cash, Salah, Sancho, Martinelli, Bailey, Kane, Jesus as well. Subs: Ward, Neto, Dallo, Greenwood. Yeah, it was going so well until I saw Neto and Dallo. So I will say it. I'll say it again. I'll say it 100 times during this stream. If you're not going to play players like Neto and Dallo in a game week like today, or this game week, then you're never going to play them. So you may as well downgrade them and upgrade your starting 11, or save the money for a rainy day. Just bank the money. So yeah, if you're going to have Neto or Dallo, have them because you're going to play them. If they're on your bench, at least one of them needs to be sold and downgraded. Go Dallo to Nico Williams, easy. Go Neto to Pereira, easy. Or do both. I would do both personally, but and maybe upgrade one of your starting 11. I mean, using that money, you could upgrade Sancho if you wanted. You could You could upgrade anyone. You could upgrade one of your defenders. You could upgrade Trippier or Cash up to like a Reece James or maybe even a Cancelo. If you downgraded both Neto and Dalot, would that allow you to go to Cancelo? If so, I don't know. That's pretty good. That's pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, that's probably what I'd advise. Yeah, I'll keep saying it. I'll say it over and over again. Like honestly, guys, like if you're benching these great players today, like, are you ever gonna play them? Are you actually ever gonna play them? It's difficult, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so our man says template versus differential, Edison James, and oh wait, I already answered that one. I'm completely out of order. Yeah, I'm like, I just do want to apologise. I probably won't be able to do every single super chat, so if you are a little bit worried that I might see your super chat, just don't give me any super chats. Like, honestly, it's fine. Just don't worry. I will try my best to answer all of them, but they are just coming in so fast today, which I massively appreciate, by the way, guys. You're absolute legends. You guys are absolute legends, but I just don't want to make any promises I can't keep. But I'll try and answer as many as I can. Joshua says, Ramsdale and Mount or Saka and Raya? I think I like Saka and Raya a little bit more. Rory says, which one, Mahrez or Foden instead of Saka, with bringing in Martinelli to cover Arsenal? I don't know, Rory, to be fair, mate. It's difficult. I would maybe take a punt on Mahrez, but I'd be lying if I was to tell you I am confident about either Mahrez or Foden. In fact, if I had to go for a 8 million midfielder that wasn't Saka and wasn't Luis Diaz, because I'm guessing you're already tripled up on Liverpool, I would probably go for Mason Mount ahead of a Foden or a Mahrez. I know what people are thinking. They're thinking Manchester City attackers. We need to get those Manchester City attackers for that Bournemouth game in Game Week 2. That's all well and good until your Man City player gets benched in the one fixture that you bought them in for. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's not for me. But out of those two, I would probably take a punt on Mahrez because I just think he's such a good player. And whenever he gets minutes, you know, the risk could, pay off. And if it does, you're absolutely flying. It's not a risk I'm willing to take personally, but I'm not gonna stop someone a little bit braver than myself from going through with it. Harjeev has sent me his team here as well. Mendy, Trent, James, Perisic, Diaz, Bailey, Saka, Salah, Grealish, Kane, Jesus. Looking good. You know, you've got that cheap bench, which I'm all about, and I'm really glad to see. I'm really glad to see some of you guys, having those nice cheap benches because, we've got some really good bench options this year that can just sit there and cover you. And then you can just spend all your money on your first 11. And then if you want to change something in your first 11, guys, that's what transfers are for. So we don't need to worry too much about putting money on our bench, in my personal opinion anyway. James Jackson says, I'm bench boosting Game Week 1, then wildcarding into Game Week 2. I don't know if you're telling me or asking me. If you're asking me, I would tell you that there is no chance in hell I would ever do that. But if you're telling me, then I'll be sending positive vibes and good luck towards you because you're gonna need it. Things like bench boost, all of your chips, triple captain, whatever. I would try, if I were you guys, to save them for the double game weeks. When the double game weeks come around, there'll be so many points up for grabs that we can really take advantage and strategize. When we get to double game week season, where two teams play in one game week, trust me, guys, I'm going to help you out, and we're going to tell you, I'm going to try and tell you what are, in my opinion, the best strategies to go for when using your chips and combining your chips and using your wild card alongside your bench boost and your free hit and integrating them all so you can maximize the points you can get across double and blank game weeks. We're going to try and help you out there, guys. So if I were you, people always say, I always get comments when double game week season comes around, and this will be in maybe December at the absolute earliest, but more likely later on in the season. It probably will be January, maybe the earliest, but I don't know. When double game week season comes around, the comments on my videos are always the same. They're always the same, and they are, I wish I hadn't used my chips earlier on in the season. I wish I'd saved them. So that's why I'm telling you now. I've been doing YouTube for a couple of seasons. I feel like I've gauged a little bit of how people feel about using chips early, and there really often seems to be a huge amount of regret when people use them earlier on in the season. Now, I don't want to tell you don't do it. There are more than one way to play FPL, but I certainly can't recommend it. Unfortunately. But there we go. Felipe has shown me his team as well. Melier, Trent, Robbo, Zinchenko, Luis Diaz, Mount, Martinelli, Neto, Haaland, Kane. So no Salah. And then a bench of Ward, Dalot, Nico, and Andreas. I mean, I like it. I don't mind it, Felipe. For a team that is Salah-less, I kind of like it. I wonder if you can maybe, just maybe, what I would possibly do here is actually swap out Martinelli. Okay, right. This is what I would do. I would swap out Martinelli for De Bruyne. No, I wouldn't. Would I? Maybe. I would swap out one of your midfielders for De Bruyne. I would swap Haaland for De Bruyne, basically. In fact, I'd swap either Haaland for De Bruyne or Kane for Son, because I do think it is going to be useful to have one big player in midfield and one big player in up front. Because if you have one big player in midfield and one big player up front, that means if you change your mind and you decide you want to go for a different premium player, you can just make that transfer in one transfer, one move. You know, if De Bruyne doesn't work out, okay, switch him to Salah. But if currently, if you want to swap Haaland for Salah, that's going to take you 2 transfers to make that one move, essentially, which is not something you want to be involved in. And KDB and Son will compete with Haaland and Kane. They might even outscore Haaland and Kane. So, yeah, I would definitely go for one premium midfielder, one premium forward if you're going to go without Salah. Just so you have that option to easily get to Salah if things go wrong. I just wanted to put that out there. Mikhail, nice to see you back in the streams. Trent, Cancelo and Rashford, or Walker and Haaland and 4.5. Dalot or Castagne. I do prefer Dalot. I'll put that one out there first. Depends. Are you on freemium already? I mean, looking at those two options, no matter what, I would probably go for the first option, Trent, Cancelo and Rashford. So yeah, there you go. That's what I'd probably say to that one. Kangay says Trippier and 0.5 in the bank or Perisic. That's up to you. Perisic is a super risky pick. Really, really, really risky pick. So just be aware. Be aware of how risky Perisic. People asking to see my team. Actually, I've got a tab already open. Right, that is not my team. You can see a team, but you can't see my team. Like if you're happy to take a risk on Perisic, then take Perisic. If you're feeling a little bit safer, then Trippier is probably your friend. Matthew Edwards says, thoughts on Digne over Cash? He could be settled now. Yeah, I agree. Digne on set pieces helps a lot. From open play, I prefer Cash. From set pieces, obviously, Digne provides that extra little bit, doesn't he? Yeah, I don't mind it. If you fancy a little bit of a differential going for Digne over Cash, I'm all for it, my friend. I'm all for it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Lucas says, shall I downgrade Walker to Dunk to secure 0.5 in the bank for potential Jesus and Kane price drops after Gameweek 1? I don't think there will be price drops of Jesus and Kane. I don't think they'll be, like Kane certainly, we're expecting to do well against Southampton. I think Haaland has got more of a chance of going down in price in Game Week 1. Because I think Kane is going to outscore Haaland in Game Week 1. And I think most of you guys will probably agree with that. And if that was to happen, then a lot of people will sell Haaland to buy Kane. And we know that's kind of stupid, right? We know, why would you sell Haaland ahead of the Bournemouth fixture? But people will do it because people just look at FPL scores and say, oh, my player didn't score many points, that player did score points, that means that player must be better, and don't really pay attention to other things like fixtures and stats and stuff like that. So I don't think that's going to happen. To be honest, I can't see them dropping in price. But look, downgrading Walker to Dunk and leaving 0.5 in the bank, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So yeah, thank you, Lucas, for the super chat, and good luck for the season, my friend. Right, so where are we? Oh, the super chats are pouring in, guys. Thank you so much. Do appreciate it. I appreciate it, but I'm losing them. I'll try and speed them up a little bit. Our man says, how about this for a freemium? Raya, Trent, Walker, Zinchenko, Cash, Salah, Martinelli, Bailey, Haaland, Kane, and Jesus. Bench of Neto, Andreas, Archer. You're going for a freemium and you're going to bench Neto. Wait, where's the freemium? Oh yeah, you can't have a freemium. Like, I don't like freemium teams, full stop. But if I was to go for a freemium, there is no way I would be putting enough. No way I'll be putting Neto on the bench. I'll be using that money to upgrade one of my defenders or midfielders, like, for sure. I don't even know how you've quite afforded that team. I mean, it looks pretty good, but I would downgrade Neto and use that money to upgrade one of Walker. I'd probably upgrade Walker to Reece James. What I'd do is I'd downgrade Neto to De Silva at Brentford, and I would upgrade Walker to Reece James. There you go. Brace DeVille says, have a great season, Dan. Thanks for all the content. $10 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. I do appreciate that so much. Good luck to you as well this season. You know, I'm sure you guys are going to do fine. Yeah, stick with me, you'll do fine. Now, I'm joking, of course, but no, the very fact that you guys are making the effort to come here and watch a deadline stream, and by the way, guys, this is my worst quality stream ever because I'm doing this from a hotel room without my usual setup, and on the day I've chosen to do a really low quality deadline stream is apparently the day I have the most amount of viewers on a stream of all time. So we've got over 5,600 viewers right now. That is a record for me. So thank you so much for that. This is not the stream I wanted you guys to see. It's not the stream I wanted you guys to see, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Make sure you are leaving likes on the stream. Really, really appreciate it. And guys, if you're new around here, please do subscribe because I like subscribers. Can we set a subscriber goal for the next half an hour? I reckon we can. I don't know if I've got internet on my phone. I've not connected to the Wi-Fi, but wow. Can we get to 142,000 subscribers by the end of the stream? Oh, this angle of me is just terrible as well. I look awful. Yeah, can we get 500 new subscribers by the end of this stream in half an hour? It's possible. There's enough of you guys watching. Let's do some super chats. Bird Poop, fantastic name, has shown me his team. Ramsdale, Cucurella. Get Cucurella out. He's not going to start game week 1. Trent, Cancelo, Trippier, Martinelli, Bailey, Salah, Neto, Darwin, Haaland, and then a bench of Nika. Yeah, I like it. I would swap out. Where is he? Cucurella. He's 5 million, right? I would swap Cucurella out for Matty Cash. That's what I would do, my friend. Hopefully that helps. And there's more. Duhra says, please, your team for my mini league isn't for money. What? Do you want me to just send you my team? I can't be doing that. I appreciate the super chat nonetheless. Base Robin says best 5 million defender. I want to say one of Cash or Trippier. That's what I want to say. One of Cash or Trippier. Like, you know, Cash for I'm supposed to only stutter on Didinha, but apparently I lost a trail of thought there. Cash for game week 1 looks insane, but long term I trust Trippier more. Kieran says potato quality. I know, big up the potatoes up in the house. I feel like I look like a potato here as well. Absolute madness. Super Kiko, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. Ben Skilling with a super chat. Should I triple captain Sarah? Who is Sarah? I'm guessing you mean Salah. If not, I want to know a little bit more about this Sarah. But no, I'm assuming you mean should I triple captain Salah? And my answer to you, my friends, is no. No chips, guys. Wow, guys, you just did like 100 new subscribers in the last 30 seconds, by the way. So keep that up. New guys, please subscribe. We just did 100 new subscribers in like 60 seconds. That's absolutely mad. But no, save those chips for later on in the season. You will be happy. You will be very glad that you didn't use your chips. Let me tell you that for sure. Let's see if I can find the next super chat. Wow, I really appreciate this. Alex says Son and Havertz or Kane and Mount. Kane and Mount for me. Madman at Work says chances of Perisic scoring good points in game week 1 makes sense to go 4-4-2 and drop him in game week 1. Midfield Salah, Martinelli, Neto, and Bailey. You know, this is the problem. This is the problem with Perisic. If he starts, he's gonna absolutely tear it up. Perisic, if he starts in game week 1, will absolutely tear it up. And also with Perisic, he is a player you're going to want long term because as soon as he's at full fitness, he is going to absolutely dominate FPL points. He's going to absolutely dominate it. He's going to do so well. So I would definitely say that that Perisic is a player that you will want at one point. Are you happy to take that risk on him game week 1? If not, then I guess not. Just Perisic is really risky though. So like I keep saying, and I've said this since yesterday when I did my team selection video, don't pick Perisic unless you are happy to take a risk. You know, I'm happy to pick Perisic for my team and take the risk on my team. I'm not saying I'm necessarily going to do it, but I'm happy to take the risk and go for Perisic in my team right now. I would be happy to take that risk. but for your teams, I would not be happy recommending him to you, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Connor says, thoughts on Bowen? I like him. I do like him. It's just difficult to fit him in, isn't it? With all the other options. I thought about, in my team, I've got 0.5 in the bank. I could sell... Oh, no, actually, I couldn't. I was going to say I could get like Martinelli in for Neto and Saka to Bowen, but I'd need to find an additional 0.5, which is no easy feat. I could do that if I downgraded Perisic, I guess. So there we go. People saying Perisic is not playing. Like, there's nothing confirmed on that, by the way, guys. Like, we would not know this far in advance whether Perisic was playing or not unless there was an outright injury. The news is that he's, it's touch and go. They're going to wait for a last-minute decision, really, before they decide if Perisic is going to start. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you Perisic is going to start, but I'm also not going to tell you that Perisic isn't going to start because we don't know. We don't know. Connor says, "Oh, I already did you." Thoughts on Bowen. We already did that. Anurag says, sorry if this has been asked before. Who would you start, Neto or Bailey? Already have Digne from Villa. Or also good luck for the season. I missed the bench list. The bench list will come back before too long. Don't worry. We don't need it for game week 1 though, I don't think. Neto or Bailey? Right. The answer here is pick one and sell the other. Pick one of them. And then if you're going to bench the other, then just sell them for a 4.5. Sell them for Andreas Pereira. Sell them for Josh Da Silva. That's what you need to do, and just bank the rest of the money, or spend it, on your first 11. We don't need to be. If you're going to bench Bailey in game week 1, you will never play Bailey, and you don't need him. Neto, I prefer for over a 6 game week period, so Neto seems the sensible pick for me. On an individual game week basis, I do prefer Bailey. But if you're already doubting which one you want to go for Neto. Bench Bailey, and if you're benching Bailey in game week 1, then you don't need him. Downgrade him to Andreas or Da Silva. That's what I would do there. Hopefully that helps a little bit. You say you already got Digne to cover your Aston Villa as well, so maybe that works out for you in that way instead. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Let's have a look here. Okay, Climate Apprentice says thanks for the content. No problem, my absolute pleasure. Joshua says Ramsdale, James, insert 8 million midfielder, or Raya, Trippier, and Saka. Or you already have Jesus and Martinelli. Tough one, man. Real tough one. I kind of like Raya, Trippier, and Saka though, so that's what I'm going to suggest. Nikal says, why do so many people have Haaland over Kane? Because they're excited. Like, there's no doubt about it. Erling Haaland is a very exciting new player coming into the Premier League, and people are excited by that, and they want him in their fantasy teams because, maybe they're primarily playing for fun. I will keep backing the fact that I believe Kane is a better FPL option than Haaland, but look, who am I to say stop having fun? Like, it's a game. It's meant to be fun. And if you want to pick a player that's a little bit more fun, then you absolutely go for it. And you never know. I mean, there's a very good chance that Haaland does outscore Kane anyway. So, you'll never walk alone. Anchor says, looking to start Sterling, then change him to KDB next week. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, have you got 2 million in the bank in order to do that? If that's going to take a -4, then I maybe don't like it. If I were you, I would just start the season. Oh, you already have Salah and Kane. Oh, I don't know. I mean, you could do. I do like KDB for game week 2 captaincy. I really do. I don't know. Let's one to think about. Nico Williams or Patterson for a bench defender. Nico Williams is the sensible choice. I don't think anyone's got any doubt about that. Mark Haslam says the money is on Dan going for Rodrigo as a spicy differential pick. It would be a bit of me. It would be a bit of me, wouldn't it? People saying Perisic didn't train today. He did. He just trained in a separate group because he's just recovering from injury and he needed to be assessed. Right. Yaya says Walker or Neto. I'm going to say Neto. Merciless says best 4.5 million defender. I probably like Lewis Dunk the most. Cal Whalen says, are you taking any Chelsea players / keeping Perisic? That, my friend, is a mystery. Look, I'm not. Look, I've said enough times this week that I'm not really sold on Chelsea players. Look, the majority seems to disagree with me on that one. So look, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm right. Chelsea will be bad. Like, I know best, because I don't. I just have a bad feeling. If I'm completely honest. So yeah, like Chelsea players, if you fancy them, then yeah, go for it. But I can't say that they're going to do amazing because I don't believe that they will, really, to be honest. But who knows? Could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. What do you think about Grealish from official Blue Drop? I kind of like him. I kind of like him, but I don't love him. I think he's like a fringe option, but certainly not good enough that I would be completely sold on him. So yeah, I wouldn't go for Grealish personally, but I accept that he is an option. Aaron says Zinchenko and Edison Zinchenko and Edison / Perisic, and oh wait, I see, Zinchenko and Edison or Perisic and Ramsdale. Maybe Zinchenko and Edison is probably a safe option there. True Fandela is showing me his team here. Ward, Sanchez, Trent. Oh, I can see what's going on here already. Oh no, you got Sanchez on the bench. Wait, I'm so confused. Oh wait, okay, you give me. I'm not quite sure. Okay, I think I understand your team. I like the first one the most. FPL Maverick says Pope or Ramsdale. Let's go for. I think Ramsdale's probably the sensible one. To be honest. Loads of people, like the experts, with the 100 experts video, Ramsdale was like D1. Neto and Ramsdale / Bailey, Mendy and Bailey. And then, I'm sorry. Some of these structures of these comments, maybe on my reading is just terrible, but Neto and Ramsdale / Mendy or Bailey and Edison. I would go for Neto and Ramsdale. But it's tight. It's always tight. It's always very tight. Ricky Sonny says Odegaard, yes or no. I'm going to give a big fat no. To that one. Wait, hang on. We've got a super sticker here from Lipex Gaming. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, Odegaard, no. I don't know if you guys agree, but I just can't see Odegaard being directly involved in goals. He's such a second assist merchant, isn't he? Fantastic player, but I'm not sure if his points necessarily convert to FPL points. Martinelli you can get for cheaper than Odegaard, and I think he's a better option. Nicola says, do you think Dalot will start, Dan? Yes, I do. I do think Dalot will start. In terms of 4.5 million defenders, Dalot is right up there. He honestly is. He's one of the better options. Lipex says Ramsdale and Trippier or lower keeper and Zinchenko. I mean, I prefer, like, on an individual basis, I like Zinchenko more than Ramsdale, but Ramsdale and Trippier looks kind of nice. It does look kind of nice, to be fair. But, you know, if you were to go for a Raya and there's Zinchenko, I think that's a good option as well. I do think that's a good option. So, yeah, either or, they're both good options. Attila says, KDB, Neto, Perisic, or Saka, Robertson, Cancelo. I'm going to go for Saka, Robertson, Cancelo. I'm guessing you are debating whether to go for 3 premium players or not. I'm going to say don't. I was going to say Saka, Robertson, and Cancelo. If you're not going to captain KDB, surely, you know, that trio outscores. Surely. We are at 6,500 viewers right now. That is absolutely crazy. I can't believe we're up this much. By the way, guys, I should mention in this stream that we are, for the month of August, we are sponsored by Fantasy Football Hub and their phenomenal tools. Guys, if you like FPL and you want to take your FPL to the next level, let me recommend you Fantasy Football Hub. Like, honestly, guys, I'm not even capping. I use this constantly. This tool in particular, this is the OptaStats tool. A few of you guys who have seen my streams before may have seen this already, but like, it is so useful. Like, if you are stats guys or you want to become a stat guy, you know, you absolutely have to you have to use this tool. It's just so much flexibility, and we'll be using this a lot throughout the season and trying to like identify the best players. But there's also loads of other tools, like there's the My Team tool where you can enter your team and get it rated. It just gives you an automatic rating based on, you know, AI algorithms and stuff like that. There's some other stuff, fixture stuff, players comparison stuff. There's a link in the video, or there should at least be a link. Let me just double check. Yeah, we are losing viewers fast, but yeah, there's a link in the description if you want to go check that out. There we go. Sponsorship segment over, my friends. So, let's get back on topic. I was going to show you. We'll leave my team on. Well, not my team, but we'll leave a team. We'll leave a team on the screen. We may as well. Cal says Saka and Neto, or another 8 million and Martinelli. I kind of like Saka and Neto. Kind of like Saka and Neto. FPL Maverick says, you missed my first super chat on YouTube, Dan. I'm sure I read out a super chat from you. I don't know. I don't know if did you send multiple? Because I definitely read out one. Thoughts on Malacia? I don't know if I'd be taking that risk personally. Ben Greensmith says, thoughts on Diaz? Ooh. Yeah, I like him, but I just prefer. I just prefer Robertson. Joseph says, I don't trust Luis Diaz. Who should I get instead? Saka. Saka for 8 million. Go for Saka. Easy. Eagles 7910 says early, but I think it's a sleeper bench boost week, and he's given me his bench boost team. Eagle, like, if you want to go for that, then fair enough. But I'm telling you, there is a very high chance. I mean, look, it could work out, but it basically forces you to wildcard in game week 2. And how many points do you get from that? Who's your bench in this team? It's Ward, who might not even be fit for game week 1. It's, I guess, it's probably a Saliba, I guess. And Mbumo. How many points does that get him? Is he going to get more than a bench boost later down in the season when we've got double game weeks? Probably not. And you will be forced to use your wildcard in game week 2. I know you want me to say I like it. I know that's what you want me to say, but I just cannot back it. I cannot back it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But, let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. Alex says James or Diaz. Take your pick. If you've not got any other Man City defensive cover, maybe Diaz. But they're both good picks. Shivam says Bailey or Neto, who to bench? Well, bench Bailey and then sell Bailey for one of Andreas and De Silva. Sesk74, nice to see you back. Says, hey Dan, Walker or Trippier or Cash. Already have Cancelo. If you're looking for the long term, go for Trippier. If you're looking for the short term, go for Cash. And hopefully, you've already got a little bit of an idea about that, and that straight up answers your question. I hope so, anyway. I sure do hope so. Sapna says James and Martinelli or Nico Williams and Saka. Upgrade to Bowen in game week 2. I would not do that. No, like, if you've got Saka, stick with Saka. Like, Saka's got some great fixtures. Like, let's have a look. Crystal Palace, Leicester at home. Like, this is not a great fixture. If the official FPL website has done us all incredibly dirty by listing that as a grey fixture, because that's not. For an attacker, that's a green fixture. Then we've got Bournemouth and Fulham, and then Aston Villa at home. So, yeah, if you're going with Saka, if you like, either go with Bowen now and keep Bowen, or pick Saka now and stick with him. Like, genuinely. Max says, any last minute changes to your squad, Neto to Martinelli? There could be. I guess we'll find out at 6:30. I guess we'll find out at 6:30. Ollie says, Mendy, Robbo, Trent, Trippier, Cancelo, Salah, captain, Neto, Bailey, Saka, Jesus, Kane, and then a very cheap bench. Any changes for game week 8 wildcard? Ollie, your team looks sorted, mate. I'm liking that team a lot. Ollie, you're ready to go. You are ready to go. Adam Ashton says Trippier, Martinelli and Mount, or Perisic, Saka and Neto. Perisic is risky, so like I say, I'm not going to advise other people to go for Perisic, and I'll stick with that. I'm not going to make that. I'm not going to advise that. So I guess by default it's Trippier, Martinelli and Mount. That seems like the sensible way to go, Adam. That's the sensible one. Our man says Trippier or Cash. Again, same answer. Like, if you're looking for a long-term, Trippier. If you're looking for a short-term, go for Cash. Louis says Salah, Jesus, Haaland, Kane. Too many premiums. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, you only need, you've not got long to change this. You've got 10 minutes. But I think go with Salah and then pick one of Haaland and Kane. Just pick one of Haaland and Kane. Jesus can stay. I don't think he's too expensive. He can stay. Sudsmith says Martinelli or Rashford or Sam Maximan for game week 1. It's not for if you're thinking like the first 4 game weeks, then Martinelli looks first 5 game weeks, Martinelli looks really, really good. I would go for Martinelli. I think he is by far the best 6 million option. I think he's better than, even like players around 5.5, 6 million. I think Martinelli is by far the best option. I really do. So, yeah, that's what I would do there, my friend. How long we got till deadline, guys? We are 10 minutes away. Probably less than 10 minutes by the time my voice hits you. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Okay, so what else can we see? Harry says Robbo and Neto or Diaz and a 4.5. I would go for Robbo and Neto. I think everyone's kind of leaning towards Robertson, like among the FPL kind of content creators. I think most people are leaning towards Robertson. I know a few people are going for Diaz, but I think Robertson is probably the popular pick. So yeah, that's where I would go. That's what I would advise for you guys to do. Guys, I'm absolutely desperate for a wee, but we're at 6.7 thousand viewers, which is by far the record in what has been with this terrible lighting. And this is the stream everyone's watching. This is the stream everyone's watching. So thank you so much for joining. I'm going to try and hold on for 9 minutes before going for a wee. Because I don't want the views to drop. I appreciate you guys here so much. Have we got any new subscribers today? Have we got any new subscribers? We have. Okay, we need just 245 of you to subscribe, and we can get to our target of 142,000 subscribers by the end of the stream. So get those subscribes going. You can always unsubscribe tomorrow. Just unsubscribe tomorrow. Like, honestly, it'll make my day today. Mohammed says, can you rate my team? Ward Iverson, don't like that, but you know, I'm done arguing with people about going for the Ward and Iverson combo. Trent Walker, Trippier, Perisic. Yeah, nice defense. Perisic is a bit risky. Probably wouldn't advise you to go for him, but go for it. Son, KB, Salah. We're getting a little bit. Yeah, we're getting a little bit touch and go here. Yeah, I would personally sell KDB. Well, I would personally sell Son and use that money to upgrade some of those defenders. That's what I would do personally. Like, I just can't be backing the 3 premiums. I can't be backing it. I'm sorry. Michael says Edison, Ramsdale, Mendy, or Raya. I mean, it depends on your budget. It depends if you want to spend your money elsewhere. It depends if you want to spend your money elsewhere. If you've got some other areas you'd like to upgrade, then go for Raya. But I think Ramsdale is probably the most popular choice out of those guys. Big Babu Boo Boo. You just have this name to make people say it, don't you? Edison, Trent, Cancelo, James, Perisic, Salah, Bailey, Martinelli, Diaz, Kane, Jesus, 4-4-2. What do you think? I like it. You're sorted, mate. You're ready for the deadline. You're ready for the deadline. David says Kyle Walker, Rashford, and Martinelli, or Saka, Bailey, and Neto. That's an interesting one. Let's Saka, Bailey, and Neto. Let's go with Saka, Bailey, and Neto. But they're both good. They're both good. I mean, you probably wouldn't be asking if you know that it's good. You already know it's good, don't you? Let's be honest. These are like the final last-minute decisions at this point. We're into the last 5 minutes. Harry says, are you showing your final team or not on this stream? I'll be showing my final team. It might be after the deadline. Okay, so... Balindajit says, hey mate, Zinchenko or Perisic? Zinchenko is safer. Bailey or Martinelli? Martinelli. Perisic going to be balling. Like, if Perisic starts, he is gonna fly. If Perisic starts, he is going to fly. Jonathan Cruz, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. I believe you've been a member before, haven't you, my friend? I recognise your name. So I guess welcome back. Gorilla in the chat says Haaland versus Kane. For me, it's Kane. But I'm sure, like, you know, people have different opinions on that. Haaland is far more exciting, but I just think Kane is just such a great, proven FPL asset. He's just so good. So I will be going with him. Jeremy Baker says, with Iverson / Ward, I've heard Iverson slacks off in practice sometimes. Is there a pun there? Is there a pun that I've missed? With Iverson Ward, I heard Iverson slacks off in practice. I'm either really, really stupid. I'm probably stupid, aren't I? If someone can explain that joke to me, I've missed it. Because Jeremy has donated $10 US to do a phenomenal joke, and I don't understand the joke. Am I saying it right? With Iverson / Ward, I have heard Iverson slacks off in practice sometimes. Someone please explain to me. Someone please explain to me. I don't get it. My honest thoughts about Zinchenko. I quite like him. I prefer Cash and Trippier or Digne if you fancy someone different. He's talking about Allen Iverson, the basketball player. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't lie to you guys. I don't really follow my NBA, but for those of you guys who are NBA fans, maybe you got a kick out of that one. In which case, nice, yeah, fair play, Jeremy. Fair play, Jeremy. Fair play. James says Mahrez, Foden or Mount. I would go for Mount personally. I think out of those guys, like I'm just worried about the City players. I really am. How is Allen Iverson a big baller? Is he a big basketball superstar? Because I have to say, I've not heard of him. I've not heard of him. Let's just quickly make some transfers on my phone. Okay, yeah, let's just change that as well. We're mixing things up a bit. We're mixing things up a bit. How is that looking? Let's just double check everything is looking good. This is, just bear with me one moment. I want to make sure that I'm locking in my team before the deadline. And am I happy with that? I'm reasonably happy with that, I think. I'm not 100% happy with that. Maybe I should just change this quickly as well. Former MVP. Oh wow, so he's a big money baller. A big B baller. Fair play, fair play. That shows my lack of knowledge. Greg Hill is showing me his team. Edison, Trent, Perisic, Zinchenko, Salah, Rashford, Martinelli, Neto, Bailey, Haaland and Jesus. Any thoughts? I like it. I'm wondering where the budget is though. Have you got money on the bench? If you've got money on the bench, maybe take some money off the bench. Let's alright, final switcheroonies. Okay, I'm happy. Guys, I'm locked. I mean, you would hope I'm locked. There are 3 minutes to deadline. So you would bloody hope I was locked in, but I am. I'm locked in. Right, guys, like now is the time where you need to pretty much switch off the stream. Like usually I would not advise against, usually I don't want to send you guys away, but go to your FPL teams right now and lock them in. Make sure everything is in the right order. Make sure your bench is in the right order. I actually did not check that my bench was in the right order, so I'm going to do that quickly now. Okay, there we go. My bench is in the right order. Base Robin says rate my team. I don't know if there's enough time, but Ramsdale, Trent, Robertson, Trippier, Cancelo, Salah, Saka, Neto, Bailey, Kane, Jesus. Yeah, looks good. You're good to go, Base Robin. Guys, stop watching me immediately. Go check your FPL teams. Go and make sure your FPL team is looking good. Make sure it's right. The last thing you want to do is find out that, like, one of the players you thought was starting, but you've accidentally put them on your bench, or, you know, you've captained the wrong player. That's the worst thing in the world. Go check your teams. Make sure it's 100% correct. Refresh it over and over again to make sure you're happy with it. Nick Hayes, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. That is very, very excellent of you. I appreciate that, my dude. But yeah, check captains. Check your bench is in the right order. A reminder to captain Salah. If you haven't done already, do that now. Do that now. People's like, ordering your bench. Yeah, just make sure your bench players are in the right order. So the first player on your bench is the best of your bench options. And then it goes down and you have your worst bench player, the furthest to the right. Fantasy Premier League have tweeted that it's deadline. But for me, I've still got a little while longer. Right, so guys, I just need to turn off my browser, refresh. Oh God. Yeah, it's done it. It's done it. So guys, as soon as deadline passes, we're gonna have the big reveal. I'm locked in, guys. Are you guys locked in? I'm excited. Nikhil, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. Hasir, Grealish or Sancho? I think I prefer Sancho, but I mean, yeah, it's kind of too late. It's kind of too late. And there we go, guys. It's deadline. It's deadline. The deadline's passed. We're there. We're in. We're in. Oh, guys, the deadline has passed. It is FPL time officially. Wow, all of that pre-season, all of that time, and finally we're locked in. Or like not months of planning, the last month planning, looking at stats, watching the videos, listening to podcasts, looking at tweets, Reddit, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, however you consume your content. We are locked, my friends. We're locked, my friends. And I suppose I should probably show you my team. And there it is, boys. There you go. Now can I go for a wee? Right, I'll go for a wee quickly, and I'll let you digest my team whilst I go for a wee. I'll be back soon. Okay. All right. Well, what do you reckon? Was that enjoyable? My mic was too sensitive. I hit the sides, guys. You might have heard me washing my hands. But I was 100% side bowl. I was 100% side bowl. But I'm surprised the microphone even picked up the tap from here. Fair play. I hope you all enjoyed. Peeing for likes. peeing for likes. Almost got 150,000 subscribers. Yeah, not quite. But I mean, we're almost there. Anyway, back onto the actual stream. What do we reckon of the final? What do you think about the final team? We've got Reece James in there. Website crashed. Now, the website hasn't crashed. It's just we've passed deadline. Yeah, so we've gone for Reece James. I've basically bottled it. I've basically absolutely bottled it. People asking how come I'm not at Fest. I am. Well, I'm not quite. I'm 3 minutes away. I'm 3 minutes away from Fest. So I'm going to go over to Fest in like a minute. But I just wanted to reveal my team firstly first. And now you see my team. So guys, we're gonna call it pretty much there. Did we get to our 142,000 subscribers target? Not quite, but it doesn't matter. I'm pretty happy. All right, thank you so much for watching this stream, guys. We are gonna call it a day right there. Good luck for Gameweek 1. I'm so excited. People saying I copied their team. Well, I mean, I've not seen your team, but I mean, if we've got the same team, then I mean, good luck to all of us. Good luck for all of us. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you probably on Monday. I mean, I'll see you on Twitter if you want to check me out on Twitter at FPL Mate. We'll be doing loads of tweets and stuff. But if not, I mean, I'll see you on Monday for more videos, more streams, more everything. So enjoy, guys. Enjoy the football. Hopefully chat to some of you guys over on Twitter. Thank you so much for the support over the preseason. It's been an absolutely crazy one. Really do appreciate it so much. I'm going to go and have a few beers at Fest. Like the stream. Bye. Thank you. Love you all. You're amazing. Best stream ever. See you later, mates. Bye-bye.